Yeah, man. So, welcome to episode 25 of Manifest Mondays, everybody. The Spot Network. We're bringing in a really, really hot topic today. Hot topic. The current state of music, specifically hip hop, though. Like that's
hmm
there's a lot that's cooking in the industry right now, and there's a lot of juiciness to talk about. I'm looking forward to diving into it, man. Yeah, so let's with that being said, let's go ahead and get it kicked off. Let's start this off with the whole Drake, Cole, and Kendrick, the big tree, man. The big three.
The big three, man. The big three.
Yeah,
What can we really?
what y'all think though? I feel like Drake already went like two shots already back to back, pretty much.
Mhm.
We haven't heard anything from Kendrick yet. What do you guys think? Y'all think he's gonna respond, or he's still sitting trying to like process everything right now?
I'm gonna let you
Man,
say.
it's funny though, man. I heard somebody say something that really sat with me recently, man, and they was talking about like how different people have patterns,
Right.
right? Like they said what Kendrick does and he does best in this type of thing is he shakes shit up when it's quiet.
Right.
We haven't really ever seen him test. He shakes shit up when it's quiet. You know what I mean? And he
Right.
shakes it all the way up, like all the way up. You know what I
Right.
mean? What Drake does really well is when he's like poked, he'll come at you, like
Right.
straight at you. You know what I'm saying? And he don't, and he's really good also at like making it, making the odds in his favor when he
Right.
drops, if that makes
Right.
sense. Like
Right.
he's even if he doesn't outbar you, he's gonna have something in the record that's like either catchy or it's gonna hit. Or I think back to back won a Grammy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like he he
Right.
he he plays the game in his way,
Right.
and that's where he can always really like kind of get an edge up on, you know what I mean? Like he
Right.
knows not to play other people's game.
Right.
He plays his, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Sticks to the
Right.
game plan, man. So honestly, man, like as much as there's everything going on, I like what Drake's doing right now, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He's putting this shit on his back, like, yo, is it
Right.
just me against everybody? Because I'm with that too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I
Right.
I'm not going to backtrack to act like I didn't say that. I thought Kendrick was just going to shut this whole shit down before
Right.
all the
Right.
things came out, 20v1 and
Right. You
all
said
these
that.
different pieces. I thought Kendrick was just going to just annihilate everything. You know what I'm saying? And I still
Right.
do.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like, are you on? Is he on the time clock though? Like, what
Right.
can he drop it next year and it still count? Like, what are we
Nah.
doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing, man?
It's over
What
next year.
are we doing, man? How y'all
Yeah.
feeling?
So, piggybacking off of that, I do agree. I absolutely think Kendrick is going to respond. Kendrick wanted all the smoke. He's been wanting it for years, and he finally got it. Now,
Right.
I think Kendrick. I think to your point with Drake playing his own game, I think Kendrick is playing his own game too. Like I think Kendrick is um, very calculated with how he goes about things, and I think I know he's going to respond. When he does respond, I think Kendrick is flaming Drake, bro. Like I'm
Right.
talking about flaming. Now, when we get that response, no one knows,
Right.
right? Like, are we gonna get it in a week? Are we gonna get it in a month? It's rumored that he might be dropping a new album.
Right.
It's rumored that Kendrick's gonna be dropping a new album next month in May,
Right.
and he might be waiting until then to drop the diss record. Kind of thing. It might be kicking off. It's all rumors, right? But I say all that to say, here's my thing. So it took Drake a month to respond to like that. So I know a lot of people are giving Kendrick a lot of flack for not having responded yet, but I'm like, it took Drake a month to respond to Kendrick. Now he's
But
now
yeah, you
Drake has
guys
responded twice now.
not and he was on tour.
He was on tour.
You know what I'm saying? You can only
Right.
imagine like you got to be, in tour mode is tour mode,
Right.
kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's not an easy thing to
Nah,
just switch mode, like
nah,
switch from like tour mode to like,
Right.
oh, we
yeah.
in this? Like,
That's
you know what I'm
true. That's
saying?
true.
Nah, but
Okay.
So
Drake,
after the tour, it came out within a week.
Right.
but
That's true.
Drake has made records on the road before though. He has
This a different. This is, you don't think this is a different situation?
no.
This ain't
He got a
no
studio on his
party
bus.
turn up shit.
He
Like,
got a
It's true
studio
though.
on his bus.
It's
He
true though,
got a
cause
studio
it's
on his
hard,
bus.
man.
What are you talking
Cause
about? There's no
you
studio.
have to like, it's like battle, right? You have to like mentally. It's like training for a fight. You know, you have
Mhm.
to like prep. You go through like training camp. You can just go up there and show up and go fight. You know, I feel like that's why he was going through. Like Ramond said, if he was on the tour, it doesn't give him time to like mentally escape and go into battle mode to like really come up with something good. Cause it's Kendrick, bro. You can't just come out. You
Yeah, I
gotta
agree.
like take down. You know, sit down and come up with something dope. So.
And I like what Drake did. Like to your point, Pete, he's doing exactly what Drake does, and he's playing his game. He responded. He's gone in multiple times now. He's like, I'm gonna take multiple jabs
Right.
now. It was that first one with push-ups, and now he came back, with tailor-made freestyle. He's like, I'm gonna get another one off. I'm gonna get as
Right.
many jabs off before you even come out swinging. So it's going to be really interesting. I honestly, like I said, I think Kendrick is going to respond. I think he's going to flame Drake when he does respond.
Is he
But
flaming? Is
it's,
he flaming Cole too? What you think?
I
It's,
think I don't think he's flaming
Nah, I
Cole,
don't
but
think so.
I think he's definitely giving
Right,
Cole like he's
right,
going to give Cole a jab.
right,
He's going to give Cole
Cole
a jab.
got 3 bars in
Cole,
there, huh? Like
right,
three bars is
Cole got a few
dedicated.
of them. Cole got a
He
few of
got
them
it
bangers
ain't
in
gonna be
there.
a lot, but he
right,
got like 3 bars. Is
right.
you know what I'm saying?
He gonna say something.
And it's not gonna be that disrespectful, but it's
Yeah.
gonna be, you know what I mean?
He how you gonna drop a diss record and apologize within 48 hours? Like
You know what I mean?
he's definitely gonna say something to that notion. But I definitely he's not gonna flame Cole though. I don't think he's flaming Cole. He's flaming Drake though. I think he's flaming Drake.
Yeah, because I don't think he's gonna. Flame Cole. Because now you're gonna have like two ops, right? Does he really want that smoke from Cole? Like already throwing the white flag, and then him like, you know what, F this, man. I'm gonna go back.
But Cole bowed out.
I think Cole, nah, it can't even be that. Now, like to be honest, I feel like Kendrick could drop a whole record, and now Cole's out. Like he kind of
Right.
disqualified himself.
He
Like
did.
you know what I'm saying? He could drop a whole like a 10-minute record just at Cole. And from what Cole was like said on that Dreamville stage, he kind of like
Right.
disqualified himself from even like coming back because you can't like if you picked a mature side, which I understand from that lens. But if you pick that side, you can't be like, all right, but he got me though.
I
You
mean,
know what I'm
why?
saying? Like, nah.
But why if he chose like the peace route, right? And now Kendrick's like going off on him again. He like, you know what? Even though I chose to be peaceful, but he being disrespectful now. Like war is back. You don't think he
Can
can
you
do
see it?
that?
I mean, I think it kind of like it wipes away the peaceful shit. Then it
Right.
wipes away. Then why'd you
Right.
even say that in the jump? Like, why'd you drop the record? Why did you say the peaceful
Yeah.
shit and then jump back on the side of dropping the record again?
I mean,
It's kind of like
his argument could be like he didn't really say anything disrespectful the first time, but listen to the second record, he went hard. He disrespected, XYZ, whoever that is in his entourage. So now you're like, damn, all right, I was gonna take the peace route. Now you want to bring smoke? Let's go that route. So I don't know, but like you said, man, I don't think he's gonna do that. I think he's done. It's
I
kind of like just Drake and
don't
him.
necessarily think he will, but let's say he did. I feel like people would be happy to see that. Would that like revive some of the shit that they were saying? Like let's say like Kendrick did that and then Cole came back with a fire ass diss record, right? Would it just take away all that shit people were saying? Like, cause they talking crazy about Cole now.
Really? What is
They
say? What did he
talking
say?
crazy about him, bro. Like, that just I didn't heard he's a bitch. All you
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't heard the worst of it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
I
man.
think Cole. There was probably something that happened behind that stage at the Dreamville stage. Obviously, we talked about this with Schoolboy having been on the bill and stuff like that. I'm sure there was probably words that were exchanged, and I'm pretty sure there was probably messages. I think Cole and Kendrick probably had a conversation, whether that been like via messaging or what, maybe phone call or something. I think there was something where it's just like, all right, like is this really? And I think Cole was just like, you know what,
Right.
I'm really because he knew it was about to get ugly,
Right.
especially with
Yeah.
because Drake is the petty guy.
Right.
Drake is the petty guy.
He'll
So
Right.
like he knew
take it there.
he'll take it there. Whatever it is, he's with the shits. So I think Cole respectfully was just like, you know what, I'm choosing peace. I don't want nothing to do with this. And whether I think that was the best move for him or not, no.
What do you
Personally,
think? Is it because he can't take the smoke, or he just want a peace route? Like, what is it? Because he was going against like Kendrick, or because sometimes you feel like your ops might be a little bit bigger for challenge. You might, what, damn, I'm going to fight Z. God damn. Let me let me go.
I
Let
ain't
me just
trying
go
to
the
just fight
peace route.
Z.
Yeah, I ain't trying to do that. He has some more. Naturally, they'll build stronger. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
Shout out to Be
is,
Easy up in here,
yeah,
man.
he's Samoan,
right? Is that what he's doing? Or
Oh, you're
actually,
Samoan.
exactly.
Yeah,
So what is he like? What's his mindset? Right? Is it because I want to go? I want to take the peace route. Or like I don't want to mess with him. Because it's like one of those people that people don't really want to mess with. So it's kind of like that's kind of what I'm trying to think. But it's crazy though. Like
yeah,
Drake, like already dropped 2 disc records, and like Kendrick is still out there, man. Like what's going on? Like, is he? I mean, I think there has to be a time frame though, because if you wait to like winter, bro, if you throw, come on now, we all
yeah,
got over this. So I think it has to be within a certain time period to be
yeah,
valid
yeah.
again.
I want to touch real quick just because that cold thing, man. A lot of people don't like add in the friendship between them and the connection, like Z
Right,
said, like between TDE
right,
and Dreamville. It's kind of like that. Like there's a lot of the artists that were SZA and Schoolboy Q was on Dreamville Fest, like, and those is like probably super close to Kendrick, like outside of music. You know what I'm saying? But the other piece is like Cole's personality,
right,
and I started thinking about like out of all of them, I'm probably most similar in like to Cole, to
right,
J. Cole, right? Like in
yeah,
personality wise.
yeah,
right,
Out of all of them, out of Drake, out of Kendrick, out of Kanye, out of Future, I'd probably be more similar to Cole. Coming at from that angle, I feel like, from that angle, I feel like, at this point, is that something that he really even really wanted to get into in that sense, right? He's working on the album The Fall Off, right?
yeah,
Like, do you want to go out with this being the last thing that like maybe you do in the game?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, or do you kind of want to be like, this is my chance to stand against what everybody wants? What people don't say is it kind of took a lot of heart to say that
yeah,
shit.
right,
Like, cause everybody wanted them to go crazy and perform the song on stage at Dreamville Fest, and it'd be an all-on war. But it took a lot for him to stand on that. Like that shit took some guts to even go on that type of stage and say it, cause he
yeah,
knew what was gonna come with it. You know
right.
what I mean? But like you said, in my spirit, it don't feel right. So you know, um, I don't know, man. I heard a chick saying that like if y'all want this beef so bad, why ain't y'all dissing the same dude in y'all city? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like why ain't y'all dissing the other rapper in y'all city if y'all want, friendly,
Right.
what I'm saying, rap beef, why don't y'all
Conversation.
do
Right.
that? You know what I'm saying? But y'all want to see other people do something that y'all would never
yeah,
do. And that's kind of like instigation culture.
Right.
You
yeah,
know what I mean? Everybody want to
yeah,
see the fight, nobody want
yeah,
to fight. Everybody want to
Right.
put a camera out, but don't
Right.
nobody want to fight. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? And that's the piece that's weird. Is like a lot of people be saying shit that they would never
Yeah,
do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I had to throw that
I
in there.
agree with what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. However, the way that Cole went about it is what I don't like. Like,
Right.
That's a fact.
I get wanting to choose peace and all that stuff, but you drop the diss record
Right.
That's a
and then
fact.
you respond with info. Like, why'd you even drop it? Like, I know Cole mentioned there was probably like a lot of
Right.
pressure and stuff like
Right.
that, not from just like not from just society as a whole, from people
Right.
in his own camp. Like people in
Yeah.
his corner was like, "Yo, what you gonna do?" Kind
Right.
of thing. So I know he probably felt a lot of pressure, but it's just like if if that was really the case, I just don't like the way that like the timeline of things, the way that it happened. That's what I don't.
Agreed.
It's not that
Right.
I love the Cole. I love the move that Cole
Right.
made as far as like apologizing, because to your point, I think it does take a real man to really like just put your ego and all that pride aside and just be like, bro, like I respect you, like that he genuinely fucks with Kendrick,
Right.
and Kendrick fucks with Cole
Yeah.
on a different level. They
Right.
really
Like
have a
on a
relationship.
human
Right.
level,
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
yeah, like they have a relationship, and so I think choosing that over what everybody else wants, like you said, instigation culture. Everybody wants blood, right?
Right.
Like they smell blood, and it's just like, oh no, like let's get it, we up,
Right.
kind of thing. And it's just
Right.
like, well, nah, man, like that's not even Cole's personality. Like Cole doesn't seem like the type to really like I don't know. Like I guess he's had a lot of bravado
Right.
talking, like he's always talked about himself being the GOAT, right? And a lot of
Right.
his music, you know,
Mhm.
kind of thing. And so that's where it's just like, okay, well, when it came time to really be about it and really see what that was about, he
Yeah.
didn't want to.
That's
Now,
true.
granted, this is your homie, so I don't know. Like, it's not that
I
I'm
mean, they're not
against the move.
like homie like that. I mean, it's not like his close friend. I'm not gonna say that's his homie like that, you know. Because if your homie's not gonna throw shade at you at first, right? Because I mean
It's
that's not
probably not like us, right?
Yeah.
right,
It's probably
right,
not like homies like that. It's like
right.
I'm
They
trying to think like a like some like
they
a
respect
homie
each
that you
other.
just
Yeah,
respect from a
they
distance. It's like
right.
when we see
Yeah,
each other, it's nothing but love, but we don't often see each other.
Yeah.
right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to be like the GOAT, you have to. I think those are the things that you have to go through. You have to compete, right? Because it's all like competition, in my opinion. Like if you claim to be the GOAT, yeah, if another person call you out, then respond. If
Yeah.
I think him like removing his disc record. I mean, because at the end of the day, like we said, we all want peace. I respect that, but at the same time, from like a rap perspective, it's like damn, it makes you seem soft, and that's why
Hmm.
people was going up on him.
Yeah.
But my question for y'all though, when y'all blow up, right? What do you do in that situation? If someone like a diss record, do you respond to that, or are you like, nah, I'm not gonna diss nobody? Like, what's your
I'll let you go first, P.
thought?
Yeah. Nah, it's see no like this.
I mean, someone
Let's
on
go
y'all let's
directly to that. Well, let's
right.
go directly to that situation because first off, if you get to a level, you're not gonna really just
I mean,
respond to anybody who
someone's
you know what
on
I'm
your
saying. It
level,
has to
right?
be somebody that's
Right,
on your level
right.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, someone on
Like so
your
that
level. That's
means
what
it's
I
like
meant.
it's pure respect,
Hmm.
right? It's like there's all this talk that we're in the big three.
Right, go off on
Per-
you.
personally, personally, I just just I feel like the type of person I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm like I'm a really peaceful dude,
Right.
but personally, I'm I'm with that moment, bro. I'm with that moment. I trust my pen, and you know what I'm saying. Speaking from my pen level too, if they were saying like this is the time
Right. This is
where we
Yeah.
get
right.
to see whose pen
Okay.
is better, we just gonna have to see, cause
Yeah.
Right.
like it's like when you trust your pen like you really do, like when you really trust it, in your lyrical ability,
Right.
and this is the time. It's like you know what I mean, like even though when I was younger, I got into some little small battles and shit
Right.
like that. Maybe even in some events on record. But like even when I go into records with other people that can really rap, it's
Right.
like an unwritten rule that everybody wants to have the best verse.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
everybody wants to have the best verse. So I feel like if I'm in this moment and I know what it is with me and K Dot, then and it's love, but it's time to show and prove, I'm
Right.
dropping, bro.
Going
I'm
off.
Yeah.
dropping it. I'm standing on it. But we probably still having a conversation of like, and that's the one thing I think is weird with Cole is like I think there's something else that happened.
Right.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
nobody else really knows
Yeah.
about. You know what I mean? That like maybe they was like, yo, this shit ain't friendly. If you on that side, you on that
Right.
side, or you not. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But in me in that situation, if you ask me that question, I
Right.
got something to say, bro. You know what I mean?
I mean, is there any unwritten rules like how you like certain things you can't say? I mean, if you're
That's the
like
hard part. That's the
right,
hard part because even me and Z was talking about that. Is like there ain't never really been no rap beef that didn't get really
right,
disrespectful.
Mhm.
right,
Like
right,
you know what I'm saying, and then and like as soon as it gets disrespectful, then what? You know what I mean?
then
Like
what?
you
Right,
can't
Yeah.
respond to disrespect with peace, and
right,
not in the diss record.
right,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then what leaks out of that is how the people around you deal with the people
Yeah.
around them
right,
and the people around them deal
Yeah.
with you. You know what I mean? So that's what shakes up everything. And I think that's what kind of Cole was stepping into.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there's ever been like a peaceful just rap battle,
right.
bro. Even
Yeah,
battle culture, it's all
yeah,
about
Yeah.
guns and I lift the
right,
K up
Yeah.
and you know what I'm saying? Like you know how battle culture is.
right,
So it ain't never been peaceful like friendly competition unless we on the same track together and you
right,
people just judging who got
Yeah.
right.
the better verse. So
That's true.
that's the one thing about this records is like it ain't never stayed
Right,
peaceful.
Yeah.
right.
Nah. And
What you
that.
think,
What about you, Z?
Z?
Oh, I'm with the shits. I'm with the shits. uh, like it to your point, I think it depends on who's throwing the
Right,
shot. because I'm just not responding to just anybody,
No, I
you
mean
know.
like
Yeah.
at your level, right? Like
But if it
you
was somebody who was at my level and they threw a shot and it was just like, okay, like, all right, like bet, like I'm with it. Like I have a competitive nature to me, you know,
right,
so it's just like, all right, cool. Like, as far as what's off limits, I don't know, man. It's hard. It's hard.
Tough.
It's hard. And when it comes to rap beef, like it's you know, fuck your bitch. I'll fuck you know, fuck your mother.
right,
Like
right.
all this
Yeah,
like
you damn. Like what
it's
is
crazy. Like you know, I don't really know what's off limits, right? You know,
right,
because you can say that about Drake and push-ups. You know, he was obviously talking about Kendrick's wife. You
right,
know, so it's just
Mm-hmm.
like, hold up, like you know, you ain't just gonna have my wife's name in your mouth, you know,
right.
type shit. So,
Well, right.
yeah, like, but I don't know, like I'm also with the shits too, like. If it's really like if it turns into beef, I'm like, all right, like, well, what's up? Like, you know, like we both performing at the same festival. Like, pull up. Like,
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
ready to squab. We can settle this like, man, for real. Like,
I feel like once that verbal lines cross, it's hard not to be that.
yeah,
It's
It's
hard for
it's
true.
hard.
somebody to say
It's
something
hard.
about your wife and then be in the same room as them and still and be like, "What up, bro?"
Yeah,
Like, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? It
none of
ain't
that.
like once the line is crossed, it's like, where we at with this? Like, I really kind of don't fuck with you
Yeah,
now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you said some shit that you can't really take back. I don't
He said
care
I
if
was
it's for streams
upset.
or not. You know what I'm saying?
I,
I
I mean, you see
was-
that you see that in other relationships, right? Friends, like sometimes your homie and your girl, y'all say hurtful stuff to one another, and at the end of the day, you guys are still able to reconcile. Like shit, babe, I'm sorry, I was upset. I called you a hoe. You're not gonna. Yeah, and she like, I'll say, I feel like sometimes you can get past that, but like you said, it's hard,
yeah,
especially
yeah,
like because we have ego, right? Because then
Yeah,
I'm not just gonna be cool
yeah.
with you. You like
yeah,
disrespect my wife, man.
And then
It's
your wife might
hard,
be with you when you see him.
right?
And
yeah,
you might have a Will
yeah,
Smith moment.
yeah.
You might have a
Exactly.
Will Smith moment. If she's looking at you like, there you
What you
go.
gonna do?
There you
You
go.
know what
Like,
I'm
look,
saying? There
Ramond
you
is right
go.
there, Dante.
you heard
Ramond is
what he
right
said about
there.
me.
You know what I mean?
um,
You
nah,
said you was gonna hold me down through anything. Like, you gonna let her
Yeah.
talk to me like,
but
you
but
know?
but
So
but what do you got to think about the Drake diss though? How you got to think overall? Like, was it like something like he spit fire or like it's
I
average or like what do you guys think?
I think it was a good track.
Right.
We're talking about
First,
push-ups,
Yeah,
right?
so let's
the,
start
the
there.
first
Yeah,
one. Let's go with the
push-ups.
first
So
one. Let's go with the first
we'll
one.
start with push-ups. I think push-ups was a good record. Like I think he took very deliberate shots at Kendrick.
Right.
You know, something that he hasn't really done
Right.
before.
Right.
He's always done a lot of subliminal stuff.
Right.
So I think he really did come for Kendrick directly, even though he didn't say Kendrick's name specifically.
Right.
You know, but I think
He
I
said
think it
dot.
was good.
He
He
did
did
say
say
dot.
that. He
Yeah.
did
That.
say
You know what I'm
that.
Yeah.
saying? So
He did say that.
Right.
So I think it was a good record. I really do. I don't think I don't think it really like hit me like all these people are like, oh, he gassed Kendrick, like he washed Kendrick, like you know he flint like it wasn't like that, bro. It wasn't
you don't.
something like, oh my god, like no, like there was none of those
You don't
moments.
think
Like there was
because you're a
no
little
really
biased
like
though?
you said what?
You don't think because you have a little bias towards Kendrick, maybe that's why you don't feel that way.
I mean, I do have bias towards Kendrick. I definitely say that. However, I just think there was no really line that I really
Right.
like. There was no bar that like was just really like, yo, like,
Right.
whoa, like you know, like damn, he
Right.
flamed.
Right.
Uh, yeah. So I think it was a good track. I
Right.
think it was a good start. You know,
Right.
like I think Drake he threw out that jab, right? He's testing the waters. He's testing to see how Kendrick is gonna come after this,
Right.
because Kendrick with like that
Right.
he took a jab,
Right.
right? I think this is Drake responding with the jab. He hasn't thrown a
Right.
haymaker yet. There haven't been
Right.
any haymakers thrown yet.
Right.
So I don't care what nobody says. Push-ups was a good record, but
Right.
it wasn't a haymaker. It wasn't nothing that
Right.
like Kendrick can't even
well,
from. Like he might as well just not respond type shit.
I think that he is trying to. I think that's more than a jab. Like that might be
Right.
an uppercut. Like it's really like it's on now. Like not like it's on now. Like it ain't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Like
That's
you know,
true.
like a jab is like we still might even be play
Yeah.
fighting, but like with that
Right.
record, I feel like it's on now. Like it's
Right,
we engaged now.
right,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Something's happening.
right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And I think
yeah,
that's what it was. Even with like, I don't know if y'all seen the cover art for it. And he, you know,
yeah.
Side
in the
7.
record he talks
Oh, yeah,
like he's in the Drake way, he's, you know what I mean? He's approaching this, and I think that's more than just a jab from him. I
Right,
feel like that's like a real, you know, and I, to be honest, I really like the record, bro.
yeah,
right,
Like
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it was like you said, deliberate shots. He slid on that bitch too. He
yeah,
like he made it in his way. I think that's the dopest part. Is
right,
like if they just rap on a DJ Premier beat, just 1v1, like there's no chance for Drake, right?
right,
Drake has to play his
right.
game. And the
That's
coolest thing
true.
about it is he's playing his game. You know what I'm
Right.
yeah,
saying? He gonna give you 2 records before you could even respond to the, you know what I mean, to the
The
first. I
first
got a
one.
second one. You know what I'm saying? And he keeps saying you know, kind of touching on how long you be taking to respond, like how long you be taking to drop. You've had this bitch for 4 years ready to drop. Now it's go time. What's up? Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Where's it at? He's like, where's it at? You've been saying this, where's it at? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so I feel like I liked it a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Like that Drake shit, and it really started
Right.
like when Drake say something, it's like it's on now. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's one
Right.
of those things, you know what I'm saying? So I liked it, bro. What you think? What you think, DG though?
No, I think yeah, I would have to agree. I think it was a good record. I feel like he's still testing the water, like how disrespectful he can get because he's still waiting for a response. That's how I feel.
yeah,
That's my perception of
yeah,
it. I feel like he could have gone, he could have hit worse, right? But I think he's still trying to like figure it out. Okay, should I be this really disrespectful? How low can I go? I'm waiting for what he's gonna say next before I can get low. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it was a good
yeah.
record. It
I
was
mean,
a
to
good
your
one.
point, it's like a fight, right?
Right.
You don't want to come out the gate throwing your best punch
Yeah.
like
Right.
before, like you don't even know how like your opponent has really stepped. You got to get a feel for him, right? You know, so I think that's why I say it was a jab. Is I
Right.
think it was a Drake jab. I think
Yeah.
I think Drake has a talented pen.
Right.
Do I think his pen can keep up with Kendrick's? No. However, I think for Drake, like that's still a jab. Like Drake could still get more
Right.
petty, could
Right.
still get more
Right.
disrespectful, is what I'm
Right.
saying. And so like that's why I think it's
Right.
just like a
Right.
jab, you know, like
Right.
and I think Kendrick doesn't really have. I think Kendrick is it's either 0 or 1,000 with him. So I think for now that he has responded to Kendrick, I think Kendrick from now on is just all right. I'm in kill mode now, you
Right.
know. And so that's why I think whatever Kendrick does drop, which I think he is going to drop, I think he's coming. I think he's coming to like annihilate shit.
I mean, he need 2 records though. Not
Now,
just one.
now you don't. Because
You gotta go to the
that
first
one
one, then
record,
respond to the AI
if he
one.
goes crazy with that one record, it might be some shit. It might be some shit that's just like, bro, like you can say whatever you want. There's no recovering from that. There's no
But
recovering from that.
yeah.
Before we get into KDOS thing, that's one thing I want to touch on. I heard you saying in the back, DG, is this is the weirdest time for like diss records ever because everybody has to wonder if it's an AI or not.
Exactly.
Right.
Like if it's we
Right.
don't even know if the song's real, and like
Right.
we sitting there waiting until they confirm it. Like,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
is this shit even a
Yeah.
real record? Like some
Right.
fake record,
Right.
a fake Kendrick record came out.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all heard it, but it's like it's the weirdest time ever in hip hop beef for
Right. It's crazy. Yeah.
we don't even know if it's a real record unless they drop it directly. Like
Right.
Yeah.
this shit is that shit ain't that's never been a layer of hip hop beef, man. So first off, what do y'all think about that? And then what do y'all think how Drake flipped that narrative of AI and was like, well shit, I'm gonna lean into this bitch then. We doing AI, let's do it. What y'all think?
Yeah,
DG.
I'm a go. I think it's hard, right? Like you said, you don't know the source, right? Whenever, because I first too when you sent out on Twitter, I wasn't quite sure, right? Because I went through the comments and people like it's AI. Like, how do I really know if it's real or not? Like you said, man. So it kind of like makes it a little bit harder because now you can have like artists or anyone just like put up a record and then have Kendrick voice on that,
Yeah.
and then a lot of people are gonna buy it, right? You're like, oh yeah, it's Kendrick responding to Drake. So it's kind of like makes it a little bit harder at the same time. But I like the way Drake kind of like went up with that, like because they say he has a ghostwriter and using like Tupac, like AI to like in his voice, but like Drake lyrics with Tupac voice. They call that Daisy.
This shit is
Kendrick, we need you.
hilarious, bro.
I think we need you. I think it was creative, bro. It was creative. Like it felt like 8 Miles, right? When Eminem was kind of low key like dissing himself. I kind of like him
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
yeah. I think
yeah,
yeah,
he got a little creative on that part.
yeah,
Cause all right, what are you gonna talk about? Oh, I like young girls and like other things, you know.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think that
yeah,
was kind of like
yeah.
smart to like be a little more creative and then use that. It's kind of like yeah, I'm just gonna. I feel like he's having fun right now. He's just having fun with the
He
record,
is.
you know. He's just having fun. Yeah, enjoying it, being Drake. So, but it was fun. And then I saw like when Snoop posted a video, like people like comment, you know, responded to her.
Uncle Snoop is hilarious,
Like,
bro.
why am I even in this, man? I didn't even respond. Uncle Snoop. So,
He said,
I
"I'm going
think,
back to sleep." He said, "Y'all have a good night."
nah, it was a good one, bro. It was creative. I like the creativity of that second song.
Yeah. So the state of AI is really weird, man. It's really weird. It's gonna get weird in all industries, but especially like with music and stuff like that, it's just gonna be really interesting to see what happens because I know there's like a lot of artists who are like rallying to like see if they can get it banned or like just there being like laws and regulations around it. Like you can't use someone's likeness, right? Like you can't use my voice
Right,
without my consent, you know, kind of thing. So, but all that aside, what we're talking about right now, with what's going on right now, I don't like it. You know, like to your point,
really,
we don't know what's
right,
real, and
right.
I think that's the thing. It's just like I heard that Kendrick AI record, and it was cool. Like it
yeah,
wasn't bad. It was a cool record. Like you know, but I was just like I don't know if this is K Dot. Like you know, like and the fact that we even process that thought, like, is this really K Dot? Like, you know, like I
right,
was just like that's what I don't like, you know.
Right,
And I get it as a young up and coming producer or artist or whatever the case may be. I get that you like want to do it out of fun or like, you know, like maybe you'll get a million views on this, like, and it's just like, okay, maybe like this is my time to like really shine, you know, kind of thing like
right,
that. But I think it's also taking away from the narrative, like the true narrative of what's going
right,
on. Um,
right,
and so just trying to understand it from all aspects, I just really don't like it. I haven't really been a fan of AI
right.
outside of like the assistant features of it. You know, like it's cool that AI can be my assistant and whatnot, but honestly, I mean, the godfather of AI, the dude who created AI, warned us about AI years ago, and but it's too late now. Like
Right,
the ship has sailed, and it's a really weird time in the industry for that point. You know, like it's just like what do we even know what's real, what's not, and yeah, man, I don't know. Like I think Drake's take on it was creative. It was unique.
right,
Like I think it was cool how he did it. To your point, DG, he was like, "All right, I'm gonna do check. Like I'm gonna do what uh, Eminem did in
right,
8 Mile. And I'm gonna just
right,
diss myself." And it was smart. Like it was smart.
right.
Be like, okay,
Yeah,
like this is what he would probably say about me,
right,
and not.
right,
Um, but I don't. I think Push Ups is a better record.
right,
Obviously, you know, like I think Taylor Made Freestyle was just him having fun, just
right,
taking another dab. You know, I don't think there was anything said in either record that was like a bomb being dropped. You know, like
right.
I said, I think he took some shots, some very deliberate shots. But I don't think they've pressed the I don't think they've pressed the red button yet. The new this shit ends now button like that hasn't been pressed. So
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's a good take. Yeah,
what you think?
yeah. I'm kind of on the same. I'm kind of on the same side as that, bro. I don't like it, especially in this AI for other people's voice. I don't see I don't see at all how that's going to ever be positive.
right,
Like, I don't know how we could, you know what I'm saying? AI for someone else's voice. I don't see how we could ever see
Yeah,
that being a positive thing. Like I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. Um, but just to play the other side of that, I do like how Drake got creative. Like
right.
he really leaned. That was a genius play. I'm not
It
gonna lie.
was,
Like
it
it
was.
wasn't a great record, but it was a genius play.
Right,
Like, you know
right,
what I'm saying? Like just even being like, yo, like your two idols.
right,
I'm gonna do like the AI. There's this narrative around AI. I'm gonna do the
right.
AI with your two idols, and this is like if they was basically saying like,
Come up.
yo, you got this light skinned dude, you killing you right now.
yeah,
Come on, man. You got by Uncle Snoop into it. I the one part that didn't feel right with me is the Tupac part though. It's like
Right.
using AI of somebody that like just dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you know, like he could have a conversation with Snoop on how he feel about that, but you
Right.
can't have that conversation with
Yeah,
Pac or Pac's family. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
yeah,
sure, they wasn't cool with that shit.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's the part that I feel like, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, that I was wondering how people's family would feel about
Right.
that. Like, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? So
don't you have to get consent from the family to do that?
probably
And just especially
not.
No,
okay.
because there's no laws or anything like that in regards to AI. Is just so new that they
Right.
haven't established what the boundaries are yet. So
Right.
I'm sure if Tupac's estate like really wanted to
Right.
pursue legal matters, they probably could. But
Yeah.
the thing about it is tailor made freestyle or is really just it's there's it's not being monetized in any
Right.
way. It's not like you put
Yeah.
it on DVDs and stuff like that. So it's just like it was just like a fun record. Like here, I'm gonna put this out. So
Right.
I don't really know any legal
Right.
action that really could be
Right.
taken. But I'm sure probably
Unless he monetizes it, I
yeah,
don't think so
Right.
either. Yeah.
I'm sure it's something they could look into. And like I said, those boundaries just haven't been drawn yet.
Right.
You know, and so I however will say I think Kendrick could use this to his benefit though, and get Snoop to really be on his real diss record though, and be like, I think that would be a chess move right there to be like, all
Snoop
right,
loves Drake though. I
Yeah.
don't think
Yeah.
he's going.
I know,
I think he's going to play the political role, boy. I don't
Yeah.
think he's
Yeah.
going.
I know.
He loves them both. Like
Yeah,
Right.
that's both his nephews. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? I'm not gonna take one of my nephew's side. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like,
I gotta let
I
the
would
nephews
love that.
fight.
Is
You
what
know
I'm
what
saying.
I mean?
I would love that.
Yeah, facts.
That would be a chess move if he really got Snoop on his
Yeah.
shit.
That would be hard though. Yeah. 'Cause I don't
That would
know.
be
Like I'm
fire.
honest, yeah. I don't see Snoop doing that though. Right. Just like
Nah.
yeah, going up on Drake over nothing. They got no beef.
To add to that piece, what we're saying with, I don't think like Snoop, you know, jumping in on Kendrick's side, but I got the kind of question on the other side of it. Is anybody on Drake's side?
I, I
It
mean,
seems like Drake against the world, don't it? Like,
I would say
Yeah,
50 Cent
who's on
though.
that side?
50 Cent, because
his
he's been
fans.
50
I
Cent.
feel like 50's gonna lean on his side just because he likes what
Yeah,
he's doing.
Yeah, he's
Like
just
he
like,
like, you know what I'm saying? He loves that shit. You know, I
yeah.
think 50 and Drake is similar in the sense that they love that
right.
shit.
They
Yeah, they're
You know
they
what
both
I
they
mean?
petty.
both petty as hell. They both
They love that shit, man.
they love it, bro. He
Yeah, I don't know.
and 50's been in a lot of beef, you know, throughout his
Yeah,
career. He's been a part of a lot of it. So
right.
I think he is kind of siding with Drake.
Yeah,
But I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head who's siding with Drake. I really can't. His
That shit
his
crazy,
his
right?
fans, you know, like I said, his
yeah.
fans, like he's got a lot of them. So
I mean,
you know,
I
like
feel
there's
dumb.
and that's the thing too. Is just like, can we be objective in this?
Outside of a band.
Come on, 10 toes down, man. You know what I
Shit,
mean?
it's funny. You know, I would bail on this one. I don't care what y'all say. I would
She
bail.
was champagne popping.
Hey,
That's
uh,
hilarious. That's
uh,
true.
yeah, I don't think anybody's on Drake's side. I mean, even Rick Ross, like Rose, Rose is hilarious, bro.
he,
He's a
He's one of
fool. He is
he's
a nut,
funny.
bro.
White boy.
White boy, white boy.
White boy.
BBL Drake,
Rick Ross might be
BBL
the
Drake is
funniest rapper,
hilarious,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, that's nuts.
BBL
BBL
Drake
Drake
is
is
Yeah,
hilarious.
BBL
insane,
Drake.
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Funniest
so that's
rapper,
the
I would say
only
Plies
reason
for sure.
Plies is on Drake's side.
No, I mean funniest rapper, I would say Plies. He's hella funny, bro. Plies and
Yeah, nah,
Boozy, man.
Plies, Boozy, Rick
Rick
Ross. That's
Ross,
probably
yeah,
that's
they're up there. They're up
Snoop is
there.
in there too.
Yeah,
You know what
Snoop
I'm
is
saying?
funny.
But
Yeah, you just I don't know. It's a hard one, man.
that's
Yeah,
funny,
Drake
man.
is like he's like I don't need nobody. Like I can do this by myself. I feel like
He's at the top of the
he's
mountain, man. And that's the only other reason that it's like I'm not necessarily side with him, but I wish that these different beefs was happening at different times so it could be like
right,
1v1 and then 1v1. You know what I'm saying? You
right,
see Drake versus Ross for a minute and then Drake versus
Yeah,
Kendrick for a minute and Drake versus Kanye. With everybody against him, it's kind of like, do you ever like seeing somebody get jumped? Like, you know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, you know
But
what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I feel like
he's
we would
doing
get a lot more music
right,
from Drake if they were at different moments too.
right.
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? If he had time to be like, all right, this is Rick Ross moment. All right,
Right.
this is just Future and Metro. All right,
Right.
now we at Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we would get a lot more music from Drake if they was at separate times, but
And
you know,
Metro's still out there playing drums.
Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drugs.
that shit is
Bro,
nuts.
That's
That's the most
the
disrespectful one.
that was the most disrespectful line in that record, bro.
The
Like,
drums. That he on his IG he had like the drum.
That
bro,
shit was nuts, bro. He had him as Nick Cannon in drumline, bro.
bro,
That shit was nuts.
Shoo. Yeah,
I'm like he's standing on his like he's doing good, being jumped like you said. He's still holding his
Facts.
ground.
yeah.
Facts. That's what it like. If it was like a picture of it, it would
Yeah.
look like everybody kind of, you know what I'm saying? They turned against him and just started jumping him, and
Yeah.
he was just holding his own in the middle.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it kind of feels
Yeah.
like, man. So shout out to him even for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
another crazy thing that we're gonna deviate a little bit, like Chris Brown Quaver, bro.
Bro. Yeah. Woo-wee. You want to talk about diss records,
Yeah.
bro?
I feel like
Chris
Chris Brown got
Brown,
Chris Brown
it's crazy that the firest this record to come out this year is from Chris Brown, bro.
Sheesh.
CB flame Quavo, bro.
Sheesh,
I
bro.
was like, whoa.
But yeah, I heard Quaver respond. He responded, I think, like
It was
I ain't
it was
heard it.
yeah.
It's a record. It's a record.
Yeah,
But my
crackhead
thing is, he had to get Takeoff on it, bro. Like he put Takeoff. To me, it's just like if it's a diss record, bro. Like what you putting like your dead brother on there for?
Right.
Like I didn't like that piece of it.
Right.
I didn't like the fact that Takeoff was
Oh,
on
Takeoff on it. I didn't even notice that because I just heard a little snippet of it.
Yeah, no, Takeoff was on it. And that's the piece I didn't like. I'm like, he really had to get Takeoff on this to even make a decent record. And honestly, I think Quavo's response was really mid.
Right,
CB, it honestly would have been better if he just had not responded than put out that. Like the record that he put out was cool. It was mid, but like Chris Brown just like he can't. You want to talk about pushing the red button? He pushed the button, bro. And there's just no.
Hanifa said he went. Hanifa said CB went too far, man. And
no, he did.
He did, and that's the pieces he did. Like that, you got to do something, man. Like you said, maybe a record, but they damn near just got to fight. Like we got to do something for like a charity for real boxing matches because this ain't.
But
that shit was disrespectful as hell. But like that, like and then when the records get that disrespectful, like it ain't never like we in the same room and we cool again. Like that's where it's past that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
He went.
You know,
and that's the thing is like, I think CB will whoop Quavo's ass though. That's the thing too. Like if they were to fight, bro, I think Chris Brown is whooping Quavo's ass, bro. Like, so that's the thing too. Is like, what can Quavo do, bro? Like the only thing he could shoot. He can shoot CB. That's all he got going for him. That's all he could do, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
He can. Chris Brown. He can rap. He went up. I was like, okay, he's better than a lot of these rappers. Yeah, he's good.
Nah, facts.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Cool. Nah, he's better at rapping than a lot of rappers.
Yeah, and then at the end, like you getting bodied by singing. I was like, oh, shit.
And that gotta hurt. That gotta hurt, bro. Like Chris Brown dissing you like that gotta hurt, bro. That shit.
Yeah, like a singer going off on you like that, being disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like, damn, what do you? However, though, Quavo's this record, it was kind of lit. It was fire. I was like,
bro,
I can hear about playing that in the club.
I ain't heard it.
That it was not fire, bro.
Like Migos records, bro. Like it's not like a Migos.
It was not fire. It was not fire. I'm gonna have to agree. We gonna have to agree to disagree because that was not fire. It was.
It was though. It was.
It was mid, bro. It was mid, bro.
Did you said it was though? It was though.
Because I think Chris Brown. Compared, if I have to pick, I definitely think Chris Brown won that round, right? But overall, I feel like Quavo records like kind of like Amigos song, like you were playing the club. You know, like the same beats and everything, like a Migos record. That's why I kind of like it. You know, because I like the Migos. But overall, Chris Brown went off on him. I would definitely give Chris Brown 1, Quavo 0 on that.
Yeah.
But
I gotta listen.
It was fire.
I gotta listen, but the only thing he could do, like Chris Brown probably is a better rapper than him, like way better, right? So like the only thing he could do is like what you saying, DG. I ain't heard it, but the only thing he could do is make a record that could be played in the club.
But
That's
it
what
was
you should
funny.
do, right? If you're gonna
It
do your
was
own.
funny, right? It was funny calling him like crackhead Michael Jackson, like little things like that.
He said some lines like, yeah, like the crackhead Michael Jackson. Okay, that's a cool line.
It
But
was like funny, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like funny. That's
I
what I liked about it.
don't know, bro. To me, it was just, I don't know. It was mid to me, like, because Chris Brown came out.
Oh yeah, blazing.
He, like I said, he pushed the button, bro. He wanted all the smoke, and Quavo's response just wasn't in even in the like vicinity,
Right.
bro. It wasn't in the ballpark. Like,
Right.
just like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Especially as the rapper, like Quavo is the rapper.
Man,
But
barely.
respectfully, though, I
Yeah,
don't
they're
think
not-
that
yeah, they're
he's
not
not.
rappers,
He's not a good rapper.
It's not the same pocket as like, you know what I'm saying? Like when
Mhm.
we jump straight from like Kendrick Cole and them to over
Yeah,
here,
bro.
and this is like a different.
Quavo's.
This is like a different. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
Like
We talk about
Chris Brown's. This
all
was
the
like
time.
closer to that than
right.
Quavo's is in a different pocket
Right.
completely. You know what I'm
I
saying?
would consider Quavo a musician, bro, not a rapper.
I,
He's a musician.
I don't even know if I consider him a musician. He's just
He make music.
he's a non-rapper rapper, bro. That's what
like,
he is.
I'm
He's
not
just,
gonna like, oh, he's a rapper like that. Nah, they just make cool beats, you know. Like you just listen to like beats and dance, vibing. I feel like the Migos.
they
but, yeah,
got
They make good.
they got
They make good records.
Mhm.
They make good records. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And that's yeah. So
Well, it's not like you're not gonna like, damn, what did Quavo say? You never Quavo is not. He's not one of those people like you're gonna be like, damn, you heard that bar from Quavo?
P
yeah.
you're gonna have to listen to the record and then report back because
Yeah. We'll touch on it on the next episode, man. You know
I
what I'm
thought it
saying?
was
I
mid, bro.
should have had it loaded up. I could have
He
just played it
should.
through,
He
but
should.
yeah, bro, I'm gonna have to see, man. But I can't imagine it was more disrespectful than that Chris Brown one because that shit that shit was crazy. I didn't even know they was beefing. Like, maybe
Me
everybody
neither.
knew, but I'm not really into like gossip and shit like that. I'm really not.
Right.
So like when I seen it, I was like, what the fuck is this? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Chris
Yeah.
Brown was getting active on him, man. So
I didn't know till 50 Cent posted Chris Brown song. I was like, huh?
50
I was like, what is this?
50 Cent loves this shit, man.
50 Cent is here. He
He's
be
like the new
instigating.
TMZ, bro. He's the new TMZ. He be posting everything. Everything I find out is from 50 Cent, bro.
Man, so
where he are.
back to not to switch it too much, but I think we're all in agreement that Chris Brown kind of just killed him there.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, he
with K Dot? Let's get back to K Dot real quick, man.
Yeah.
Is he on the clock?
Yeah.
Like is there a clock? Is there a timeline where after this amount of time we just like it's almost like you disqualifying yourself because you can't wait a year. You know what I mean? You can't wait a year and then just shake shit up again. It's like, bro, you know what I mean? So
Right.
what's the real? What do y'all think is the timeline? When does this thing have to come out before it's like, bro, what? You know what I mean?
Man, I'll say a month from now.
He got till what's
Yeah.
that? May 20,
Yeah, May
22nd or something like that.
May 22nd. So yeah, I think after a month, after that, we're done. Because at the end of the day, people's not just gonna be waiting, right? You know, I think it's just gonna be old news, right? People are gonna move on. I think right now it's fresh, it's early. I think that's the best time for him to like come up with something fire. A month or 2 months from now, I feel like people are gonna be move on from it. Not really gonna hold weight as it is right now.
Agreed. That's even a more lengthier timeline than I was gonna give him. You know, I was gonna give him, honestly, if he doesn't respond like by like the first week of May, it's kind of just like, bro, I would say like May 5th. If he doesn't respond by like May 5th,
by Mother's Day, he's out of there.
It's just like, bro, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Because I do absolutely think Kendrick. The thing too is I think Kendrick has something ready. Right. So I'm like, why not drop it? Like I think he does have something ready. Like it's been confirmed by sources, like like how reliable they are. We don't know.
Unconfirmed confirmation.
But both Drake and Kendrick were confirmed to have been in the booth. Right. So I'm just like, I know Kendrick's worked on something, and I know
he's worked on something.
I'm pretty sure it's probably done. So I'm just like, I'm wondering. To your point, P, you mentioned earlier something like maybe there's something like bigger going on. I'm just like, I'm wondering like why he's waiting, because I think he is ready. you didn't poke the bear to just like be like, all right, cool, you know. So now that the smoke is here, what's up?
Right,
So I honestly think I think the clock is on him,
right,
especially now that Drake has dropped 2 records now. You know,
right,
I think it's about time that Kendrick is just like, all right, let's go ahead and end this.
right.
But yeah, he's absolutely on the clock, is what I'm saying.
Or maybe he just felt like, I'm just gonna poke the bear, like he like Pusha T. He didn't respond to Pusha T, so I'm just gonna say whatever and not get a response back. He's soft.
I think
You know.
Kendrick is too competitive. I
Right.
think
Yeah,
Kendrick
me too.
I
Me
think
too.
Kendrick is too competitive to just let it
Man,
go. Like,
2 weeks though. Not competitive, right? Nah, I see that. That's true.
Yeah, that time is a weird thing in this thing. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I wonder for myself. To be honest, I'm not gonna say I'm on the other side that he needs to drop, but I'm on the other side that I don't think people's gonna forget about it even if he does drop in 2 months. Like if he
Right.
drops in 2 months and it's crazy, it's gonna wake right back up. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I got the end of the pay period. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I changed my timeline. I agree with her.
Man, but what I'm saying is I think even if he did, let's say he dropped it in June, say he dropped it for 4th of July and performed it in like
Yeah.
I don't know, like in like the crypto arena or the Dodger Stadium live with you know what I mean? Like it would be woken right back up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that it's like
Really?
always our timeline, but I think like it would make sense for him to wait that long. I just don't like why let it die back down when like
Right.
the
Yeah.
hype is right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know.
But if you go ahead, Ramon.
No, I was just gonna say I think he needs to drop. I'm
Right.
with her.
Right.
I'm with Hanifa, man. By the end of this pay period, like it's time. We need that at this point, man, because
Right.
it's
need
you
it.
know what I'm saying.
'Cause
And Drake
there's
fans is getting disrespectful out here
right.
too. You know what I'm saying?
There's
Man, like
and then Drake
Drake
will be
fans
the
is just
winner
like, bro,
by
like
default.
relax, bro.
He will be the winner by default if Kid don't drop something, right? Because in the day, it's like, all right, you poked the bear. Now he like came up with 2 disc record, and now you're not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
All you started
let's
smoke,
say
and
let's say
now
Drake drops another one. Let's say Drake drops a third one, and it's like a good one too,
right,
right? Then it's like if Kendrick waits like a month, like is that
right.
like disqualification
Yeah,
kind of
it
like?
Yeah.
is. I think so. Because in the day, like I'm done. I'm not doing this no more. I'm gonna move on with my
Like,
life.
bro, I'm done.
I'm gonna
Nah,
restart a
yeah,
family. I'm
yeah,
starting a
bro.
Yeah.
family now, so I don't diss no more.
I'm back in album mode now. It don't look seem like you want to do this shit. We back in album mode, bro. You know what I'm saying? Me and Taylor Swift got one on the way. You know what I'm saying? Some shit.
But
Me and Beyonce is in the studio again. You know what I'm saying? Like I think
right.
Drake moves on from this shit after a minute, So
But my question is, how do you judge overall like the rap beat? Like, how do you figure out who's the winner or not? Right? Because I think they're gonna be like mostly fan base, correct? Because
yeah.
how do you figure out the winner now in this situation?
I think it's just one of those things, unless it's like super definitive,
Right.
then there's no winner,
Right.
right? There's no winner. There's just fan bases that argue each side.
Right.
That's all it is. Unless it's like a definitive, like, nah,
Right.
he
He went out.
murders
Right.
everything. You know what I'm saying? He shut down everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, like the Drake and Meek one.
Right.
That was definitive. It was back to back, and Meek hadn't responded. You know what I'm saying? Like it was definitive. Like
Right.
Drake just that was, and
Demolished
then
that one.
the Pusha T one. Drake didn't
Right.
respond to that. Like it's kind of like
Right.
well that's as far as it got is when he dropped this and got personal.
Right.
No response happened. So I think like unless it's definitive, people are just gonna argue to the end of time. Like I think that nobody like whatever Kendrick drops, there's gonna be some people that just it doesn't matter what he drops. They're
Right.
gonna be like Drake ate him, bro. What,
Right.
bruh?
Right.
He brought
Yeah.
Pac and Snoop into this. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
some
to
people
some people,
some
That's the
people are
argument. He brought
objective,
back the
like
Snoop
at the end of
into
the day. So
this. That's true though.
I
Damn.
think most people can't like objectively listen to music. Like you know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like to be honest, when I
So
heard
let's say
that
if you
AI. When I heard that AI Kendrick, I just want to get this off real quick. When I
right.
heard that AI Kendrick one, I was like, I didn't think it was really Kendrick, but if it was, I'd have been like, Drake murked him in this first round then.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm still
Right.
on I'm on the side, I think Kendrick's gonna win. But a
Right.
lot of people won't ever say that the
Admit
other
that.
side won.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're
So
being biased. No, I was gonna ask. My question was like, let's say if you was the judge, right? Like, what are some things that you would look for personally to like critique that and come up with who's the winner? Like, what are some things that you look for?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
it's a good
That's a,
question.
If it has you to judge that, like, what are some things you look for? Bars, you look for disrespect.
yeah, I would say it's definitely based on bars, disrespect. I think also I think a big piece of it is reaction, right?
Okay.
Everyone's reaction to it. I think that's what really determines who the winner is like how everyone reacts. And I'm talking about like more of like I'm not just talking about like one person's camp. I'm
Right.
talking about like the
Right.
whole consensus. Like, yo, like if you shook the like Chris Brown is a prime
Right.
example. Like the whole world was just like, damn,
Right.
like after listening to Chris Brown's record, it's just regardless of what Quavo says, he lost.
Then are you not being biased then? Listening to what other people are saying, if you're the judge, then you listen to what the people are saying. I mean,
Well, I've
yeah,
heard Quavo's record
right,
now,
right, right,
so
right,
so
right.
I've heard both. So
Right.
I'll tell you
No,
who
no,
the
no,
winner is.
no. I get your point. I'm just saying, right? If you like to see the judge, right, then you listen to like what people are saying. To even though you listen right now, I
Yeah.
think sometimes you're allowing that to influence your thoughts, right? Like, oh, damn, Diamond killed that shit. Ramond saying that, Hanifa is saying that, and you're like, oh shit, maybe he killed that, right?
Yeah.
Because I think that other people,
I think reaction is a piece of it.
right,
I do. However, like I can still look at something objectively and I can be like,
right,
no, he bar for bar, he
right,
ate Drake,
right,
kind of thing like or the vice versa, right? Drake bodied
right,
Kendrick, like I think you can still be objective, or at least I can. I
right,
think I can remove that bias and just be like, yeah, he I think bars are one thing. I also, as much as I hate to say it, I think timeliness is another piece of it. I think how soon you drop
right,
another piece of it. I think that's another part of the beef too.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah. And to be honest, and I never wanted to actually be this, but I'm understanding in this one more than any other one. Beat selection is a piece of this thing, bro.
right.
It
That's
really is. And
true.
like in this age, like if Kendrick goes like crazy on Drake, right? But it's like a real like simple boom bap beat that doesn't really like
Right.
move a wave. It's gonna be hard to beat a Drake record
Yeah,
that just
Right.
like has that little bounce. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's gonna be hard. Like I think knowing who you go against, like you have to have some type of beat selection. Like Kendrick has to drop something like I feel like in the pocket of like backseat freestyle. That's
Right.
just like a banger where he's just
yeah,
going nuts on it. But if he drops something like I don't know, like all right or something, that beat
Right.
is gonna be, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's just
That's
gonna be
true.
two different types of things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I never used to think that, but
No.
but
it is a
but
piece.
Right.
I think Kendrick knows that because like
Yeah,
he chose to take his jabs on like that,
yeah,
and like that is a
yeah.
banger.
A
Like
banger,
he
exactly.
knew like,
Yeah.
and he slid on that. Like he slid on like that. So bump. Like
Come on, man. See, and he took the jab in the right format. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I'm just hoping that he keeps that in. Like he needs to stay in that pocket to make this
Right.
a. You know what I mean?
Right.
yeah,
No,
agreed.
that's a good point I never thought of though, because most of the time you listen to songs, right, the first thing here is the beat, right? Before even some people like I think especially nowadays, right?
Yeah,
If you have like you said a great beat, and sometimes people, oh shit, that's just fire. Yeah, you
yeah,
might have a great rap verse and the beat is trash. You'd be
yeah.
like, oh, I don't like the beat. So like
He
that's a
needs
good
to
point. I never.
just get on another Metro Boomin beat and just
That's probably
I
what's
like the drum.
gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And he's probably gonna say something like Metro
yeah.
made these drums, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know
I got
what
Metro on the
I'm
drums,
saying?
and I got Metro on the drums.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy right now, man. There's a lot going on. I think it's entertaining though. Makes hip
It
hop
It
look
is.
good.
is.
Yeah,
And another piece that we didn't talk about is this is all good for the culture in the sense of it's good for the artists in the fact that it's bringing so much attention their way, like, and so they can make money, they can monetize all of this, like
Yeah,
all
yeah,
this
right,
shit.
yeah, yeah. And I
Drake
hope they do.
Drake just put out Push Ups, a new record that like he wasn't gonna drop. He just got off the tour, right? He wasn't gonna
Yeah,
drop
right,
another record. You know, obviously, push-ups is doing stupid numbers, so he's making bread off of something that like this never would have been a thing otherwise, right? So I think this is also a play for like the artists to capitalize off of this and make money off of it. We talked about this with Cole. Cole was a prime example. He dropped an album or a mixtape, quote unquote, whatever you want to call it, and put his diss record on it. And that was the most streamed record on, that was the most streamed track on that album, you know, kind of thing, before he took it down, you know. But I think it's a brilliant play for the artists to make money off of this too.
Right. My thing is, I heard some people saying that, oh, maybe this could be like orchestrated, right? Maybe they all like, you know what, shit, let's all come together and just like throw some smoke in the air. Maybe it's not authentic. Maybe it's not real. Do you think there could be a possibly that they just like decide to like stir up the pot a little bit?
Yeah. Drake and Kendrick don't like each other.
I mean, it's, you know, behind the scenes, you never know, man. It's all business move, right? Some people like, oh, it could be business move. You never know behind the scenes they could be doing this to like sell records. I'm like, I don't know, man. Just like,
I don't know, because like, I mean, I guess I was gonna say like, what could they really benefit from this? But I mean, like, Drake's bag is fully secured, and Kendrick just came off like one of the most successful tours in hip hop history. You know, like Mr. Morale, the Big Steppers was the most successful hip hop tour as a rapper before Drake and Cole went on tour. You know, kind of thing. So, and with Kendrick being independent now, the fact that Kendrick is independent now, it's just like, what do you really need to benefit from this? So I don't know if I necessarily think it's a business. I really just think Cole and Kendrick are not. Excuse me, Kendrick and Drake don't like each other.
I mean,
I really think it's beef for them. I can see it being like money moves for like Ross and like other people like that. Like, because Ross and Drake used to be tight, you know. So like I feel like, all right, we're gonna beef a little bit, you know, we're gonna take some jazz, but we're gonna like secure the bag off of this type shit. But not with Kendrick. I think Kendrick and Drake is really up.
Yeah, didn't they make like is it like a couple records together or just one songs together?
They make good music together too.
Yeah, a lot of it.
So do you guys know like the origin of this beef? Like what started everything between them two? Or not really?
Kind of. What they said is, you know, it's such weird that we're in this era of shit too. They said what happened was like when that record came out and everything was getting weird. Drake was still on tour, and then like there was like Rick Ross unfollowed him. And, you know, I know it's weird to say, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're in that era. Like, so I guess Rick Ross unfollowed him. And then, so Drake kind of thought that was like a shot at him and said something on that Push-Ups record, right? But then Rick Ross even said something in his record that was like, this had nothing to do with that. I don't know that shit, but, you know, I guess they said that Drake tried to put out like a cease and desist for French Montana song or something like that. That's what Rick Ross was saying, right? Like to like, I don't know, like not let certain songs come out, or who knows the real thing of it. But that's what Ross was saying. Like, this is what I didn't fucking with, and then you took a shot at me, so then this is back. And I think it's playful. It's mainly playful between them. But he probably really don't fuck with that. So then if you know the records is probably making it to be like maybe we just don't fuck with each other no more. It might be playful, but like I said, after certain lines is crossed. It's like, are we cool? Like, can can you call Drake BBL Drake and then be cool after that?
I mean,
if you Drake, are you gonna be cool with that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think so. I think it's funny though.
it can, you can possibly like piece it up and it's dap and it's love later, but like it gets to the point like where it's like, what's a line that's like not cool no more? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, once you start breaking like family, and all that mom and stuff. Think, but like. It's like someone calling me dad. I think I can get over that,
The other piece is it's like a lot of the shit they say is like wrestling, bro. It's like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the shit is wrestling. But I agree with Z in the sense that like Kendrick and Drake really don't. This shit been brewing for a long time. They really don't fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they still want to super cross some lines, but Drake will. I think like. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on what Kendrick says next. Because if Kendrick goes below the belt, Drake is going to really go below the belt because you just know how he is. And then, like, shit can get really weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Add somebody else to this conversation that we haven't talked about. Have y'all seen the Yay into the chat?
Yeah,
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 I just
yeah.
saw a little bit. I didn't
What
really know what's really going
what are
on.
we doing, man? What do y'all feel about that?
The beat was hard.
It was like that
Yeah,
remix,
the beat was hard.
so
Like, but I mean, even the way that he
yeah,
flipped the like that beat
yeah, he
though,
flipped it.
like yeah, like it was fire. Um, the beat was fire. The diss record, it was alright. It was. He said some lines in there, like obviously and whatnot. And I think a lot of people, it's a lot of like what these artists have been talking about in their records with Rick Ross, with Drake, and now Ye and stuff like that is about the status of like the behind the scenes stuff, like splits and like
Right.
your record deals, and like let's really see what all of this looks like. And I know even Weekend said it, like glad I didn't sign my life away type thing, and that's what a lot of people are saying about Drake's contract. Drake pretty much signed a lifelong contract. Like yeah, he secured, I think like an 8-figure deal,
400, 400 M's is what I heard.
maybe even 9-figure.
Who did?
Yeah,
Drake.
it was a 9-figure. Drake
Oh,
Drake signed like a 400 M deal
wow.
for, but I'm pretty sure like that's a for life kind of deal though, kind of thing.
Right.
Like I
That's
don't know
for
if there's
life money too.
yeah facts
People selling
absolutely
their whole catalog for 100 M's.
Right.
yeah.
That's
You know what I'm
true.
saying? So 400 M's is
Yeah,
you know,
that's yeah. No, I'm
halfway
excited
to a
by it.
billion with one deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
But I honestly think like to me that was also crazy because after he got out of his Young Money deal, I really expected Drake to go independent. So that
You
to me
sure?
that still blows my mind that Drake didn't go independent. Like the
Right.
fact that he signed another contract really took me by surprise.
Who's he signed with
MD.
now? Like,
He signed he signed what is it it's the same label that what you call it Bryson Tiller is signed to.
oh, okay.
Is it RCA?
Is it RCA? I think it is RCA.
Yeah, I have no.
Uh,
So, like Kanye just entered the chat. Like really? Like
He
what?
got on. He been waiting and waiting to this Drake again, man. I heard. So I was watching a little bit of the just one of the clips came up and they said that they was asking like how this come about for Kanye, and he said that they said that Future called him. He said Future called him. You know what I'm saying? He said you want to be a part of this shit. He was like, why not be a part of the chance to take down Drake? And it just sounded crazy. Like
What?
there really is like a thing to take down
Yeah.
Drake.
yeah.
This shit is crazy. You know what I
That's
mean?
it. That's I mean, see, that's why I swear a lot of people are siding with Drake then, because it seemed like coming from a place of like envy, right? I want to take him down. He's
Yeah,
like an
Yeah.
empire, It's like when people just hate on the Warriors, right? Because they were so good as a
yeah,
dynasty.
yeah, man.
And that's an unfortunate piece because I think 1v1, I think Kendrick got Drake. Like he has Drake's number. Like, but it's just it's all these other pieces. Drake said at 20v1. It's just like everyone else hopping into this. It doesn't seem fair
Right.
now. And so
Yeah,
that's the only thing is like I
Yeah.
I think Kendrick is gonna flame him when he does respond. But it's just like, well, you had to go and get all your homies against to really take me down. And it's just like, nah, I didn't need them. I could beat you by my damn self, kind of thing. But who knows? This is all hypothetical until Kendrick Sass drops. I will say that.
I mean, do you think anyone's legacy is on the line though? Like with this records and stuff. Let's say Kendrick went hard on Drake or vice versa. Do you think that's gonna affect any one of them legacy or not really?
only if something comes out
Mm,
that's really dark about one of them.
right,
That's when it
right,
changes everything, right?
right,
At that, if you asked probably 2 months ago, could Diddy's empire ever be taken down?
right.
You probably would not really think it was
Fact.
possible. He was too big.
True. It's
Look
too
Hmm.
big to fail.
today, it's
Yeah,
a whole different conversation,
Yeah,
right?
right. That's
So
true.
I think the legacy is only really affected if something really dark comes out about either side.
Right,
yeah,
You know what I mean?
right,
And that's why it's so important, bro. Like what you do on the way up is as
right,
important
yeah.
right.
as when you get to the top. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
No,
that's
that's
for me.
gem, bro. That's fire. You
Yeah,
got for real. I
yeah,
agree. That's dope. What you do on the way up is very, very important, bro. Because at the end of the day, man, once you're on the way up, you don't really think about it, right? You don't even know you're gonna get to that pinnacle at one point. So sometimes you might be doing some shady
Yeah.
stuff, man. But like you said, bro, having
It's
integrity, I feel like throughout is important.
that's
Well,
what I was gonna say.
just to add a piece to that, my bad, Z. I just wanted to add a piece to
Yeah.
that. I heard this thing that said on the way up, be careful who you fuck with
Right.
because you're gonna see the same people on the way down.
Mm.
Facts.
You know
That's
what I'm
facts.
saying? And that's where shit
Yeah.
gets it gets shaky.
And I don't know
Because if you move,
about y'all, man. Like I've always treated my life personally like as like a presidential
right,
campaign. You know, because I know I've always known since I was young. I've always been a very big dreamer. You know, like I've always had the bigger picture in mind always. So I always treated my life like a presidential campaign where it's just like nobody really got dirt on me because
right,
like knew I knew and I know that I'm gonna be successful one
right,
day. And so like it's a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So I've always treated everything and everyone in my life like that, where it's just like I
right,
don't care what anybody
right,
says about me. Yeah, you could say like a chick could say maybe I did her dirty or something like that. Cool. Like, you know, like
right.
but you could never truly say like we got this and like Z got skeletons in class. Like, yeah, we've all done
I
some
mean,
shit, right?
yeah, we got
We've
some,
all done some shit. Like
right,
everyone has. No one's perfect. But like I ain't over here, you know, like fucking with 14-year-old girls. I ain't doing like none of this crazy shit. I ain't no R.
right,
Kelly, I ain't Diddy. And
fact.
I could say this on record, bro. I ain't never fuck with Diddy. Like
Yeah,
everybody who knows me knows
right,
I ain't never fuck with
never.
Diddy.
He
right,
never did.
I always thought
right,
Diddy was shady.
right,
I never liked moved. And so that's why I think it's important to your point, DG, is to have integrity. But like, yeah,
right,
I think when you know that what you're capable of,
right,
you shouldn't jeopardize that for anything at any given
right.
moment, right? Like, you know, like stand on business at all times. And I've always been about that. Like, we just always gonna stand on business 24/7, 365.
Yeah, think long term. You heard the investment all the time, right? I think long term,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Think long term. I think that's very important to have that mindset, man. As a artist starting up, like even like a business owner, think long term, bro. Because I feel like sometimes the moves and stuff that you make while you're like starting up can definitely affect your legacy, man. And there's
Absolutely.
like you work so hard for everything, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
people you being known for that, like this way you go out like that, it's kind of harsh.
Yeah. That's why I actually I respect what Kevin Hart did when he got outed for cheating on his wife. He owned it, right?
Right,
You know, he was just like, yeah, I did it. Like, you know, like because when you try and like finesse your way out of something, like it doesn't do well.
right,
And I think Kevin Hart, you know, he knew for his legacy, he's like, damn, I fucked up. You know, and it's just like shit, it is what it is. Yeah. And he just came out and owned it. I think it's important to just have integrity, but also take accountability for actions that you know that you can overcome. Like I
right,
think fidelity and stuff like that are certain things you can overcome.
right,
Jay-Z did
right,
it, right?
right.
You know, Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. Like we're
Oh
talking
yeah,
about Beyonce,
yeah,
right? You know, he cheated on Beyonce. But, you know, I think owning it and just taking accountability for your actions is just like, yeah, I fucked up. You know,
Yeah.
like she made a whole album about him cheating. You know, so like, you know, he was like, yeah, shit, I did it.
And
right,
Like,
right,
not to condone cheating because I don't,
no,
I
no,
don't fuck
not
with it. But what I'm saying is that's still like a smaller level of thing. That's more like
right,
a regular thing than some of these skeletons that some of these dudes be having
at
for real, or
right,
people be having for real. And
right.
that's where like most people have cheated in their life, but there's levels of crossing
Skeletons.
the crossing the boundaries that
Right,
is really not
right.
fuck wittable.
Acceptable.
You feel
Right,
me?
yeah, you're
nah,
You
definitely
know what I'm
right.
saying? So.
yeah,
I think
There's some shit
just
that it's like you almost can't come back from. You know what I mean?
fact, bro. Like R. Kelly, bro. He's done his
You
legacy.
can't come
Everything's
back
done.
from that.
You
it's
can't,
done, bro.
you can't come back from that. It's just crazy.
Diddy's legacy is gone now, you
Yeah.
know, and I know we were talking about this. It sucks, right? P and I we were talking about this. It sucks that like just a lot of a lot of the most successful black men in our time, you know, right? Like their legacies are being jeopardized. You know, like look
Right.
at not just the R. Kellys and the
Bill
Diddy's,
Cosby.
Bill
Yeah.
Cosby, you know, and I'm not siding with them in any way. Like
Right.
what they're trash pieces of shit, you know, for what they did, you
Right.
know. But it just sucks that it's just like, can anybody just be like good, like in the industry? Like, is there anybody out there who just like made it to the top and was just like a genuinely good person? Like, it's just like, damn, like
Yeah.
every, I get that everybody has skeletons. I get everybody makes bad
Right.
decisions and whatnot, but it's just like some of the like the lengths that some of these dudes be going to and shit like that is crazy. I mean, it's like the Jeffrey Epstein's
Right.
and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Like this shit is. Is there anybody who's at the top that truly is clean?
It's hard now. I mean, it's hard because you never know. Because
Yeah,
at first I would say
You never
yes,
really
like,
know.
but like you never know, man. Even like people like like trying to like what's the word I'm looking for? Like people put Will Smith relationship on a pedestal, right? And now looking at all the rumors and stuff that
yeah,
came out, do you want not Jada and Will love
yeah.
anymore? You don't want
You
that,
don't want
So it's kind of like
that.
hard.
You
Hell no.
I don't want my son.
Hell no.
I honestly don't know why Will Smith is still with her ass, bro. I don't get it, bro. I really
he,
don't get it.
he loves that woman, man.
He love it.
I
He
don't
loves
get it.
that.
Ride or die.
Yeah.
He loves that woman.
You're
What's
not
the
gonna.
Bad Boys for Life? Right? We ride together, we die together.
But
You
yeah,
ain't
but
affiliate me like that. I'm sorry. There ain't no way, boy. Ain't no
Yeah.
way, boy.
we're getting closer to the hour and a half
Yeah,
mark. I just want to make sure that
yeah.
we're on track with that.
I want to. So let's do a little on the spot. The ending of this piece, man. Right now, who do y'all think is in the lead of all this, and who do y'all
Right.
think has the most to lose in all this?
Damn, that's the second
The
part of the
last wrap
question
up
was kind of
question.
hard.
Yeah.
It was yeah. I
Yeah.
would say Drake is in the lead right now because he responded twice and K Dot hasn't responded. Who has the most to lose? Damn, that's a hard one. I really don't know. It just all depends who actually won the battle, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't
Mhm.
know who has the most to lose because I feel like they both have a lot to lose, right? Their
Yeah.
legacy is
Mm-hmm.
on the line too, but
Yeah.
it's hard for me to say who for
Uh,
sure.
Drake is in the lead for sure. Drake is definitely in the lead. Kendrick's really on the clock right now. Like everyone has Kendrick on the clock. He needs to respond. There's no
Next day period.
there's no answers or buts about it. As far as who has more to lose, I think Drake has more to lose because of how impactful his legacy. Drake's been on top of the game for so long that I think, to your point, P, if Kendrick would have really revealed something crazy about Drake, his legacy could come crashing down fast, and we've seen it happen in real
Right.
time, right? So I think Drake does have more to lose. I think from an overall perspective, he does.
Right.
I think Kendrick does have more to lose from like a battle, like from a rap perspective. Like
Right.
Kendrick has claimed to be, like the top of the top, like the elite, the only person that he's really right? Like, and we're talking about like most people who aren't alive right now or the greatest of all time, right? So from that perspective, if he's been comparing himself to these legends and all that stuff, and he loses to Drake, I think he has more to lose in the respect category of like when it comes to rap, like what rap is, like bar for bar, like like this is that real rap shit. Kendrick has more to lose, but I think from an overall perspective, Drake has more to lose.
Right.
Thanks. I can't really say too much more because you said exactly how I feel about that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If the skeletons come out in a weird way about Drake, I hope it does. I hope this shit don't happen like where real skeletons don't come out about nobody. Cause
I mean, either
you know what I'm saying? You don't want to see that shit.
Kendrick too,
Yeah.
right?
You said what?
Yeah,
You can
but I
about
just feel like
Kendrick too,
Drake
though.
is just.
Right.
You can.
Right.
Like if some weird shit came out over there,
Right.
it would. That's like it's instant, and that would suck. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that shit about none of them. You know what I'm saying? But Drake has like this mountain built, like this. You know what I'm saying? Like this empire built that. You know what I mean? That if that came crashing down, that would be a lot to crash down.
Right.
Like I think it would be harder for that to happen to Drake. I feel like Kendrick, if it did happen to him, he might just still be good. Like, shit, I'll just go back to Compton, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. I got enough money where I just, or go back somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Just buy a little island, a private island, and be like, yo, this me and my kids is over here with the people. We back in Ghana now. You know what I'm saying? We trying something different. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I think that we back in Ghana with this, man. They still gonna book me for Afro Chiller. You know what I'm saying?
He said Drake.
They will though.
He
They'll
did.
rap each other. They don't care. They will.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
But
yeah, so
I'll end this with saying like Kendrick said he's smoking on top 5. This is his opportunity to truly smoke on top 5. Like I'm like this is that moment. So Kendrick's on the clock, but I think that was a really good question. I think both of their legacies are cemented for now.
Right.
You know, obviously
Right.
they're two of the greatest of our time. You know,
Right.
quite possibly of all time. And I love this competition thing. You know, I
Right.
truly do it. And like I said, it's also an opportunity for both of them to capitalize on it on the monetary side of
Right.
things too.
yeah.
But to that point of what we talked about, I hope nothing like super shady, any like real crazy dark
Right.
hidden secrets come out, because it's just like, damn man, like it would suck to see somebody else's legacy go down, you know, like
Right.
Yeah.
right before our eyes. But it's gonna be interesting, man. Kendrick's on the clock.
You got to this
It's on the clock,
period.
man.
Kendrick, if you're
You got
watching
to
this,
the end of
bro.
this play.
You got to the end of this.
Kendrick, if you see this K-Dot, you got to the end of this pay period, man. You know what I'm saying? It wraps up on Sunday, man, and that check will be out soon. You feel me? For sure.
All right, fellas.
I think that's a good place to end it, man. You know what I mean? This is definitely I'm glad we got to have this conversation, man. So you know what I mean? Shout out. This is good. This is good for music and hip hop in general, though, man. So
Absolutely.
I'm loving it. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? So well,
All
all
right,
right, fellas. We'll go ahead and wrap on that note.
We'll see y'all
All
next
right.
Monday.
All right. Peace
Yes,
out.
sir.